Health is my life operating system. Number 1552, February 27, 2026. Gerald C. EclaireMD Foundation. Category General. Preface. When I was young, I spent 18 years studying a wide range of academic disciplines, including applied mathematics, mechanical engineering, computer science, biomechanics, ocean fluid dynamics, solid mechanics, bridge design, soil mechanics, civil engineering, finance, economics, marketing, and business administration, later in life. From age 55 to 79, I continued to self-study psychology and pathophysiology through books and medical research literature. In total, I have devoted 44 years to learning across more than a dozen academic fields. My professional career began with engineering work in the design and repair of U.S. Navy battleships, space shuttle components, and nuclear power plant piping systems, machinery, and reinforced concrete structures. In 1981, at age 34, I entered the entrepreneurial stage and attempted to build 8 startup companies. The first 7 failed. These failures did not defeat me. They taught me lessons that could never be learned from schools or professors. Such lessons can only be gained through real battles, setbacks, and defeats, and they built my persistence, resilience, and fighting willpower. In 1981, I built the world's first portable PC, the Pied Piper, weighing only 12 pounds, only 1 year after the Osborne luggable computer weighed 24 pounds. In 1983, I developed a concept highly similar to today's chat. But the hardware limitations in both size and speed at that time made it impossible to realize. From 1984 to 1988, I built the first workstation-based mechanical CAD system. It generated some revenue, but not enough to sustain its survival because it was ahead of its time again. Between 1989 and 1991, I led the development of graphics processing-related design software, a predecessor of today's GPU design tools at Sun Microsystems, and also converted traditional mechanically based printers from Kodak, Xerox, and Omron into early smart printers with computers and GPS inside them. From 1991 to 1994, I served as president of Cadence Design Systems, responsible for EDA software for semiconductor IC chip automatic design. From 1994 to 2002, I built my own EDA-based software company, which became a successful public company and made me the first Asian American CEO of a NASDAQ-listed high-tech enterprise. I used my learned academic knowledge and I-based technology to simulate human brain neurons and neural pathways in the transistors and wiring of IC chip design. In 2002, after suffering 5 heart attacks, I retired from Silicon Valley and Wall Street. I left behind my highly competitive professional life and spent the next 9 years studying psychology and personality disorders while sponsoring charitable programs to support 250 orphans and abused young women. In 2010, when my kidney function began to fail, I returned to the United States and began my solo study and research in the field of medicine and health. Over the past 17 years, I have read more than 10,000 medical papers and devoted more than 10,000 hours to self-study, continuously working 13 to 14 hours per day and 365 days a year. During the past 8 years and 2 months, I have written 1,550 single-author medical research papers covering more than 100 metabolic and mortality diseases, with a primary focus on lifestyle medicine and longevity instead of pharmacology. By 2024, after publishing more than 1,000 papers in medical journals and conference proceedings, I shifted my focus from seeking professional acceptance to serving the needs of everyday patients. I now use platforms such as X for short messages and YouTube for long-form explanations to directly reach those who need practical knowledge for health, recovery, and longevity. My health is now my operating system. After my stroke, some people imagine that I must be living under constant tension, watching numbers all day and worrying about the next event. In reality, my daily monitoring carries no pressure. I measure my blood pressure, heart rate, and then calculate pulse pressure (PP), mean arterial pressure (MAP), SPP spike, and my trigger sensitivity index (TSI) more than 20 times a day. It feels no different from breathing or walking. It is quiet, automatic, and natural, just as it was during my student and entrepreneurial years. Over the past 6+ decades, my daily life has followed the same persistent pattern. This did not begin after my recent stroke. On June 21, 2025, it has been my lifelong pattern. In my semiconductor days, I lived inside real-time process control. In my CEO business days, I continuously monitored the business variables and numbers that determine my entrepreneurial structural survival during my 17 years of metabolic recovery. I tracked body weight, glucose, blood pressure, lipids, food portion quantity, diet nutrition quality, walking steps, sleep hours and quality, and daily emotional stress with the same calm continuity. Today, I apply the same system to my hemodynamics. The field has changed, but the operating method has never changed, only the jargon has varied. The content and principles have remained the same. Because this information feedback loop is fully internalized, it consumes almost no extra energy. I measure, understand, make a small adjustment if necessary, and the system returns to balance. Over the past 20 years, since 2005, I have developed my own customized medical AI tools on my iPhone for continuous monitoring and deep analysis, just like my current stroke risk calculation. The C proxy, immediately after entering each of my blood pressure measurements. I know my exact risk level for another stroke without relying on a lab test or a physician. My life is in my own hands, and I am the only person in this world who truly cares about it. This is not a job or a duty, it is a habit and a way of life. It is not a task, it is a stable operating state. A stroke is not caused by an average. It is caused by a moment when vascular load exceeds structural tolerance. My system is designed to detect that moment and respond immediately. This is real-time disease prevention and life-saving. I am no longer a patient being chased by medications. I am the operator, the driver of my own pathophysiological system. Continuity, productivity, and creativity, automation and efficiency are not engineering concepts form, they are my way of living. Academic training and system thinking give me confidence and continuity. My lifestyle details form my large dataset. And this databank is the spirit of my medical research. My academic knowledge is not only my research tool, but also my savior. Daily discipline and self-confidence form the foundation of my medical research and my life-saving journey during the past 8 years and 2 months. I have written 1,550 single-author medical research papers, an average of 1 paper every 1.9 days. Compared with a serious high-volume urgent performing 1 operation every 2 days, the pace does not appear unusual. But surgery follows a fixed protocol designed to avoid variation and ensure safety. Medical research is different. Each paper requires creativity and innovation and addresses different diseases, datasets, and pathophysiological mechanisms. My research methodology remains consistent, but the content continuously evolves. It is not repetition of a procedure, it is continuous creation within a stable system and a clear objective. Surgery minimizes uncertainty to protect life in a critical moment, while research enters uncertainty to discover what has not yet been seen. For example, my viscoplast topology model combining viscosity time-dependent behavior, plasticity permanent damage, and topology disease trajectories with both geometric shape changes and the connectivity and continuity of data points has helped me uncover many hidden insights into medicine, disease, and life itself. Productivity does not come from speed, it comes from continuity and the elimination of fragmentation. Daily life becomes the source of data. The conclusions return immediately to practice and generate the next cycle of observation, living, and researching form a single closed loop with high efficiency. That is why I moved beyond the single domain of statistics, only one branch of mathematics, into the far broader world of theoretical and applied mathematics, physics, engineering, and other scientific disciplines. I do not engage in the debate of n equals 1 versus n equals many, as many medical professionals do, including some commercial AI tools built upon large datasets using traditional statistical methods. I am far more interested in developing better approaches that reveal the underlying mechanisms of medicine than in wasting time on such arguments. By integrating mathematics, physics, and engineering, I am searching for the transfer functions of human health, the rules that govern how specific lifestyle inputs lead to specific biomedical outputs, regardless of sample size. Closing, longevity, and health are my life goals. Medical research is the teacher that guides me toward those goals. Every lesson learned becomes a tool for the next stage. Patients, regardless of nationality, race, or gender, are my true audience. I have shifted my attention from clinicians to patients because they need direct and practical help. I no longer seek the recognition, status, or wealth that I once received from my high-tech career. Health is no longer something I manage. It is the operating system that carries my life forward. Nothing in my life is wasted. Everything is connected, and all of it flows in the same direction. At age 79, what matters more than happiness, health, and longevity? Disclaimer: I write this paper not for fame, but to share what I have learned so others can understand their health, prevent disease, and live longer, healthier lives. This content is provided for educational reference only and does not constitute medical advice. No. Doctor-patient relationship is created. You may share this summary freely, but it must not be altered, edited, or republished as your own. All intellectual property rights and copyrights for this article and its related materials belong to T. The author, Gerald C. This content is provided for educational reference only and does not constitute medical advice. No doctor-patient relationship is created. You may share this summary freely, but it must not be altered, edited, or republished as your own. All intellectual property rights and copyrights for this article and its related materials belong to the author, Gerald C.